I wanted to do something new, and I wanted to do something where the film was an okay time waster, and there could have been a lot more to the plot, how the plot could have been better, among everything else. Yeah, this is Derek Yosh, and today on This Movie Was Okay, it's going to be Nowhere to Run. Yeah, the first thing I gotta say is, why the fuck is Van Damme's name plastered all over the film, even though he's only in the film for a little bit? And there is really not that much to like about his character, and I'll explain that later. But first, the story and what the movie is about. Alright, so escapee prisoner Sam has to find somewhere to hide out. Of course, that he hides out on this farmland, and he wants to keep a low profile. Unfortunately, he can't when a bunch of goons try to kill this woman and her kids. And basically, uh, what you learn is this woman wants to stay on her farmland. And what happens is these people come over there, and these bastards won't say no for anything because they want to destroy people's homes in order to build a stripping mall and a fucking plaza. Unfortunately, it is up to Sam to stop them and try to save this woman as well. So yeah, there we fucking go. So yeah, I will explain this. Alright, I'm gonna spoil her name right now, Clyde. I cared about Clyde a lot more than fucking Sam. Alright? And I'll get into that when I talk about the characters, but I'm just gonna have to say her story is a lot better than Sam's story. What is Sam's story? We've seen it a billion times in other different fucking films that a person escapes from prison, or they escape from a prison bus, or whatever. This and that. What the fuck? Honestly. Um, I liked the whole mother aspect with the two kids and basically just being alone at home and basically having her land, and that's it. Other than that, um, yeah, I kind of like the whole third story a little bit, where you have these people coming in and basically trying to destroy people's homes to make a fucking stripping mall. Well, whatever. I talked about that too much. Let's get into the characters. Sam, I kind of despise a little bit, not that much. I hate him a little bit, but for like point A, no, for like point B and point C, I really like him there because he saves the day. But other than that, what a useless, wasteless character, honestly. Okay, so let me talk about Clyde a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, I feel bad for the woman, and I sympathize with the woman, and honestly, I can understand where she's coming from. She just wants to stay on her farmland, and that's where she's happy at. But no, because you got these fucks coming in and doing whatever the fuck, and it's just like, cow damn. And at the same time, because she's got these problems, she always forgets that these people are going to come to her house and try to burn it down or kill her. Woman, look, if I was you, I would have packed my shit and got the fuck out of there, because they are never going to let go. They are never going to let you alone. They will keep on pestering you until they get whatever the fuck they want. And that, of course, is money, because they are greedy bastards. And unfortunately, Mookie is okay, but sometimes he gets annoying. And of course, the daughter, I forgot her name, but she was very cute in the film. Fortunately, the deputy guy that drops in and tries to get Clyde, and then of course the two villains, which their names are forgettable, but they are memorable for the despicable shit that they do in this film. Other than that, um, as for other characters, they were okay. They were all right. The side characters. All right, so let me get into the acting. Van Damme does an okay job, but where do I like him? I like him in Death Warrant, and I like him in many other films as well. This movie, I thought he did an okay job in, and it's just like it was a little bit of a waste of Van Damme. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, yeah, there's a couple of fight scenes here and there. I'll get into that later, but he did an okay job. I liked him better in Death Warrant and many other films as well. Who really stole the show for me was, of course, Rosanna Arquette. And what can I say about her? The woman is um a really good actress, and she makes you really believe what's going on in the film. And you really care about this woman. You really want this woman to succeed getting rid of these bastards that's just pestering her and trying to get her out of her home. Yeah. Macaulay Culkin's little brother did an okay job, just like how Van Damme did an okay job. But sometimes he does get annoying, especially when he talks about ET and does retarded shit. And then kind of later in the movie when I'll get to that later, but I thought the little girl did an okay job. I thought everyone else did an okay job, but I would have to say it would have to go to Rosanna Arquette. Yay for Rosanna Arquette. And this should have been her movie, by the ways. And I'm guessing this is the only movie that she's really good in, good performance in. Yeah, so anyways, let's get into the writing. As the movie goes from point A to point B to point C, I really don't like the opening, to be honest with you. It's kind of lackluster and boring. I really like point A and point B when the movie gets a lot better and a lot interesting other than your okay start. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to say the ending is real depressing, but not as depressing as Wolf's Rain's ending. And if you want, go watch that video right now, guys. Anyways, the dialogue I thought was okay in the film. The cinematography and the visuals look really good for a 1993 film. Gunplay is really good. Fight scenes is really good. A couple of fight scenes that is there. Um, Practical effects, special effects, all that other stuff was really good. Explosions was really good. Whatever explosions was in the film. Um, the music and the original scores was also really good. And overall, the movie itself, this gets a 3 out of 5. Yeah, I had a lot of problems with it. I mean, unfortunately, that I wanted to follow her instead. I'm guessing it's because I have to see a lot of Van Damme films. Honestly, really. I would have liked that story a lot better about her just minding her own business, just staying on her home, and then the same plot as before, but just take Sam out of it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, this is not Van Damme's movie. Really. Van Damme had other better films than this. I mean, first of all, I don't like the whole setting where he's just setting in the background and then he just pops out whenever there's like a fight scene or something. And then he's just like a minor character, a minor setback. That's it. Like a MacGuffin to keep the plot going. That's what it felt like to me. Sorry about that. And of course, that I thought that that would have been a better film than the film that we got. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still an okay time waster. I could watch this as an okay time waster, but I just prefer that second story a lot better because I just don't like what happens in the ending. And that's what kind of ruined the film a little bit, is that stupid ending. So, okay, Sam has to go back to try to save Clyde. Unfortunately, Mookie runs away from these people that's trying to kill Clyde and her daughter and trying to tear down her home. Fortunately, he finds Sam. He gets Sam. Uh, what happens is he gets into a fight with the sheriff guy and basically goes back to the house. Tries to kick that old bastard's ass. Unfortunately, he's got Clyde. The cops is there, and basically that fat piece of shit gets arrested and gets a door kicked to his face. Unfortunately, that was a little bit of a good ending, but not what comes. I mean, honestly, this woman went through a lot, and then, of course, for Sam to look like her husband a little bit, and thus the fact that she really loves this scumbag. Fortunately, let me explain his backstory real quick. Yeah, the only reason why he was going to prison was because he was helping out his friend with a robbery. And unfortunately, his friend killed a guard at the bank. And that's why him and his friend went to prison, going on a prison bus, but he escaped. But what I can say to that is, I seen that already in dozens of films, alright? I don't really care for that plot line. I don't really care for that story. And I sound like a fucking broken record here, but this is her movie. I see it as her movie. I don't see it as Van Damme's movie. Alright? And that's the fact that I'm going to talk about the poster right now. I don't really care for this poster. What do you got? Van Damme staring with a, a mad grin that looks like he wants to go take a fucking shit. Alright? That's what it looks like to me. And then you got him acting real stupid here. But I really like that scene. I like the scene, unfortunately, that goes with him and Clyde. Rosanna Arquette, you lucky bastard. You got you Sam, you lucky son of a bitch. You got her. You got her into bed. Yeah, whatever. It was tough to try to review this film, but you can't review it. It's an okay time waster. You could talk about it, but other than that, that's it. But what I picture in my head is that other movie that I was thinking about, not Nowhere to Run. And that's such a cliched title to come up with. Yeah, I get that it means that he can't run nowhere, but I would have liked a different title for it. I mean, it does sound kind of generic a little bit. Nowhere to Run. I apologize if this video was okay, guys. I tried my very best. I tried to do this so many times. And it's just like to the point where I don't give a shit anymore. Just how like this movie doesn't give a shit sometimes, not all the times, but I do give a shit about the other thing. I'm not going to mention it again. But anyways, with that, I'm out. Peace.